4 or 5 on the bottom.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and that
And
is time.
full time.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Hobart for the third day of the fourth Underwater Hockey Age Championships. You're here with Nat Wickham and Hein from South Africa. Welcome, Hein.
Thank you, Natalie. It's good to be here, and we're looking forward to some good hockey again today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So they've all played 2 games, the under-23 women, and they're coming up to their third day. So I would expect they'd be having, most of them will have 2 games today.
Yeah, today it's a full day for these girls, being only, I think there's 7 or 8 teams in the league. How many teams are there? 8, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there
So
are 8 teams, so every game is important for them. It's not a double round robin, so they need to try and win each game.
Absolutely. And, yeah, they only come up against the teams once before they go into finals. And the under-19 girls have got a double round robin. So they've had, 3 games per day and they'll be exhausted. But a double round robin gives you that chance to really get to know your opposition before the finals, which I kind of like as a player.
Yeah, double round robin helps a lot. You can suss the players out, and if you make a mistake in a game, you've always got a back door open. Where in this league we've got, you got to win each game.
And South Africa and Colombia, after day 2, Colombia are on top of the ladder for the seedings, and South Africa in 4th position. So we've got 15 seconds before the start of the match, and the girls will be sucking it in. First game of the day. We don't have many in the stands, but the crowd should build during the morning. Being a Sunday, we should get a few locals in.
Yeah, but it's very cold outside today in Hobart. Let's see what the girls are going to do. It's kickoff, and South Africa playing white against Colombia black. It's very, very equal kickoff there, Natalie.
And you can see Colombians with their flashy fins, Hein. They really look good in the water. I don't know if they're being a bit preemptive with the gold on their fins. Nice and confident.
Yeah, and what the Colombians do well is a puck retention. They like to keep it tight. They've got very, very strong goals, and they turn quickly on the puck. So you got to get the puck off their sticks very quickly. Otherwise, when they start moving, you can't stop it.
That's right, and that's with all the divisions with the Colombians. They keep the puck in really tight, and even if you're sitting behind waiting for that steal, they just, because it's so close to their body, it's very hard to get to regain possession once they've got it.
Yeah, and look at that confidence, swimming right past the front of the goal box. So Africa trying hard as they swim and get retention of the puck, and they're working hard to stay in front of the goal box, but the Colombians getting into the corner again.
Yeah, it's good to see teams doing that. There's it becomes a really dull game when it's just staying on one wall. But like you said, the Colombians straight across their defensive goal, which does take a lot of confidence and composure. And look, they're backing themselves here under their sub bench. They'll probably rotate a few fresh players in and then drive it up.
Yeah, it helps to play on your sub side. That's what they're doing. That's what they wanted to do. Get the fresh legs in. But you can see these Colombian girls. Sometimes you think they're more than 6 in the water.
Yeah, it's a density of players, and numbers on the bottom will get results. And this is good, pulling it off the wall, trying to make a bit of space, but a really nice steal from the South African player.
Yeah, and these Colombians are working it up on the side. The first time they're getting out of their half, but South Africa takes it out to the wings. That's what South Africa wants. We've got some very, very quick swimmers, and they want to swing it wide and get meters going.
I've noticed that with the South African girls. They're tall, they've got really good reach, and you've got some good swimmers, some fast swimmers, and when they get that break, they're really hard to stop.
Now that's what we want. We want to get the speed behind the puck, get meters going, and then obviously see if we can score.
And this pool, nice and smooth, nice and quick. The puck really does slide well. So if you do get that breakaway, there's not much resistance slowing you down, so you can hit full speed fairly quickly.
Yeah, South Africa has been on the attack for the first 3 minutes of the game, and they're really trying hard as we have obstruction against a call against Colombia, and let's see what South Africa can do.
And that's where you find that's where the gloving and the stick infringements will happen down against that wall, because it really is desperation hockey.
South Africa had a very tough game yesterday against New Zealand, having 3 goals scored against them in the first 5 minutes, and they came back. I think the final score was 5-2 or 6-3 or something, but South Africa definitely don't want to give away goals so early in the game like they did against New Zealand, so they're trying to stay in possession.
Yeah, and New Zealand they have a really very regimented way of playing, and they go out really hard and try and get the momentum early, and that's definitely their game plan. And if you can shut that down early, then you can get your composure and come back hard at them. So you really want to stop New Zealand getting those early goals.
That was very, very good play by Colombia. I thought that puck was in, but obviously there was infringement earlier somewhere. South Africa very lucky to get away there.
Yeah, second chance. And they'll be rotating some fresh players in as well. So I would expect they will take big advantage of this free right in front of their sub-bench.
Yeah, 4 minutes, and we've had Colombia on attack now for the last minute. Very, very close. I think that was the closest somebody came to the goal so far in this whole match.
Yeah, but you can see South Africa keeping really good possession. Again, they crossed it right in front of goals. I'm really impressed with these girls because that does open you up. It creates gaps for the opposition to score. But they kept really good possession, and wow, they're right up there on the getting into the defence of the Colombians, though it looks like the Colombians have regained possession.
Yeah, no. Both teams are trying to suss each other out. You can see they've done some wall play. Now they're in the middle of the pool, seeing where the weakness is, how to get through. But also what's nice about this game is the fact that there are very few infringements. The game is flowing. Yeah, and
luckily we can also see the surface camera here in the commentary box, and you will see the refs rotating their hands, and which indicates that they're playing advantage. That's to get the flow of the game, and that's really good for the players. Nothing worse than a stop-start.
Yeah, that's even for the spectators. You know, the buzzer starts irritating the spectators the whole time as well.
Absolutely. And you saw there the ref was playing advantage. That was nice timing, but obviously advantage was lost. So then it goes to the Africans. So that was against Colombia.
Yeah, we're watching a very, very tight game between South Africa and Colombia with 5 minutes gone and score is still 0-0. South Africa's got the advantage puck as they come to the left side of the pool, playing it up against the wall, and hopefully they can keep retention of the puck and then get to the middle.
Yeah, it's interesting they did take it to the wall then and didn't open it up, but they obviously just wanted to settle down, get flat on the bottom, and then pull it off the wall and attack the centre of goals. The centre of goals is a lot harder to defend, and that's really the best place to attack. But we've had an infringement called against South Africa, which I'm not quite sure what the hand signal was there, Hein.
It was a gloving. So I think sometimes, South Africa is not used to these bottoms. It's a very quick bottom, so the puck, you got to be very, very soft on the puck. You know, if you're a bit hard on the puck, you can easily get an infringement against you, either stick infringement or gloving. We've got Colombia having a good breakaway there. Well done, Colombia.
But a terrific steal from the South African girl. I played in Stellenbosch just recently, and the pool there was pretty quick, Hein.
It was, yeah, it was. But a lot of I think we've only got 2 players in this team from Stellenbosch. And, with the drought we've got, there's no hockey taking place in Stellenbosch at the moment.
Yeah, it was interesting those early mornings with the mountain there and the bit of the mist and the fog. It was quite cold in that outdoor pool.
Yeah, it was. We had a cold front coming through in April, which is not normal. But as we know, the climate has changed, and
but it was a beautiful place. It was absolutely beautiful, and what a lovely little a town. The township was great. Food was brilliant. Accommodation was really nice. Couldn't have asked for anything more. Really enjoyed that competition.
Yeah, thank you, Natalie. Stellenbosch is one of our pride and joys. Even as South Africans, we love to go to Stellenbosch and the Franschhoek area.
And I was playing Masters, Hein, so we could sample a few of the local wines, which was really, really nice.
You girls did well. You won gold against South Africa.
Yeah, we did. We take it really seriously. Coming off elites and then into Masters, I don't feel there's any difference. Though when we're there, we're probably a little bit more relaxed. But doing the yoga in the morning and just having a little less pressure, I actually found that worked better for me.
Oh, okay. So Africa's hard on the attack. Yeah, we desperately need to score as we've been attacking for quite a while and not had any results. Well done to Colombia. They are really, really good in defence.
Yeah, but both teams have a very strong defence. They're counteracting each other's style of play really well. So it must be playing fairly similarly, I imagine.
Yeah, we've got. I think we've got 4 new players that never played under 19 hockey. They first time that they will at a world tournament. So the nerves should have settled by now. But every game is a new game, especially in this league.
And especially against Colombia. Colombia seem to have that. They're very feisty. And like you said, very tight with the puck and numbers on the bottom. You'll go into what you thought was a space, and all of a sudden you've got 4 Colombians there.
Yeah, so Africa turning against the wall there, trying to keep puck retention, getting a player into position.
That was
We've got
really
a very
nice
good,
play.
yeah. We've got a very good swimmer on the side, yeah. That should be Jordan. Oh no, that's one of our new players, Van der Merwe Rocher, with the pink fins. And then we've got 2 players playing here that won gold last year in Stellenbosch. Number 12, Eleanor de Kok, the captain, and Zandre Kutsia, number 11. Winning gold last year with South Africa, being under 19 then. They're now under 23. So the whole team actually is built around them. And then we got our back is Moya, who won gold in 2015 for the 19s with Eleanor and Zandre.
You know, that's really valuable in the team, to have players that know how to win in a grand final, how to get through the whole competition at that level. You base your team around them, and that experience you can't replace with anything. It's really lifts your team, gives you a very strong core. So who's called the timeout there?
It was South Africa, and the coach there is Brent Borschlap, one of our elite players, who came in as a coach at the last minute. A week ago, he became the coach.
1 week ago, who was doing it before then?
The coach couple, Petronel Potgieter, the captain of the lead team, who won gold last year, she fell pregnant with Benny, the husband, obviously. And then Benny, being a deep-sea diver, his contract was extended, so he couldn't get off the North Sea. So we had to get Brent, and luckily Brent had a visa, because we couldn't get a visa for other coaches. And Brent said, I'm available, and we've got the experience on the bench there with on the coaching. With Brent being available.
Very lucky. And I know Petronel. Congratulations, Petronel, if you're up at 1:30 in the morning watching this. That's fantastic news.
Yeah, they're very excited. They've moved on as well in age. They aren't young, the two, the couple, Benny and Petronel. And Petronel must be deep in the 30s, and we're very excited for them as well.
Okay, so after the timeout, this is when we would expect one team to break through. They've had time to regroup, reset, remind themselves of what the game style they want to be playing. And yeah, I'd expect a goal to come fairly quickly after this timeout.
Yeah, we've got 10 minutes gone in this game, and it's it's a beautiful game to watch. It's flowing. The guys are ready. They're trying hard to get through, but as Natalie said, the defense is excellent on both sides. We've got a breakaway there, but the Colombians are excellent on the fence. They don't get rattled. You can see they've got their girls in position.
But each time the Colombians get it, the South Africans regroup really quickly around them. Fantastic steal from
that's
one of the South African
Zandre
girls.
Zandre number 11, one of our top players.
Yeah,
very strong.
And she'll be getting fresh players in from the sub bench here.
Yeah, that's
what a shame there was an infringement, because it looked like they were just about to get that momentum and power up the wall. So they can
number 4, Jordan, also doing very well there. Also a strong swimmer. Trying to work the puck up, but as you said, the infringement unfortunately stopped the momentum.
Now setting up, they've got someone sitting out wide, so they're obviously looking to clear it across the pool and away from Colombian sub-bench. So attacking the other side of the court. Look, great drive up here. Unfortunately, probably going into the corner.
The Colombians actually absorbed it very well and just forced them into the corner.
And another infringement. We'll just wait and see. As you can see, we've got 6 cameras going, Hein, which has been terrific. We've got 2 on the pool deck, one above play, one kind of up in the stands, 2 in the middle of the court and 1 in each corner, which has been nice, helps us with the commentary, and hopefully people at home give us some feedback. So there's a live chat happening, which we can see. That'll come up on our screen, and we more than welcome any constructive criticism or some shout-outs.
Yeah, from South Africa's side, it's very awkward time. It's 1:40 in the morning in South Africa, and anybody watching, we're very grateful for all the support we get back home. And the Colombians have a lovely breakaway there. That girl swam with speed, coming straight through the middle of the pool, and South Africa absorbing it. Colombia still got possession as they keep possession in the middle of the pool.
Great. We've just seen the live chat coming up here.
Yeah, hello Matthew. I see you're awake and you're very talkative at this time of the morning. Good morning.
Yeah, come on, South Africa, get out of bed and give us some chats because we've got heaps coming from Colombia. Thank you, Colombians. Good to have you on board.
Yeah, the Colombians, unfortunately we see them chatting, but we can't understand. But hello.
Okay, quite a few. You can see 0-0, and this is where things are starting to get interesting. And there have been a lot more infringements being pulled up, so people are getting probably not desperate, but taking a few more risks, and that's when you get a bit more gloving, stick infringements.
Yeah, I think the teams are very evenly balanced. You can see that. You know, we don't want to say they're getting frustrated, but you can see they now want to get the game. They want to score a goal, so they're inclined to make a bit more mistakes. We've got a team timeout called by the coach from Colombia, Felipe Diaz. Felipe obviously talking hard, as Colombia's had some good breaks, but they didn't convert them into goals.
Interesting little technique there in the timeout. Just got them going down. I reckon that's just to calm the nerves. You know, come on, girls, just deep breathe. Let's do our routine. And even the girls on the sub bench are doing it, which is really nice. Well done, Philippe. I don't know what you're telling them. South Africans are traditionally really strong girls and strong and fast. And the Colombians, they're absorbing the push really well through good possession, pulling it away from them. And they're not afraid to go deep to get possession before they start resetting.
Yeah, the Colombians are really, they always try hard not to get the other teams' opposition to use their speed. So they try and keep it tight because they're very strong upper body. You know, they've got, you know, they're not physical in the sense of, you know, underwater hockey physical, but they're not afraid of contact.
No, I'd agree with that. They're not afraid of contact. They're very good with those close-in body moves, which brings everyone in tight. But they manage to pull it out really well. And like you said, that takes good upper body strength. And they're fit girls.
These Colombians are, you know, bringing 4 teams from there, and South Africa's got a breakaway. It must be Zandre or one of our forwards there. It could have been Fran.
Yeah, now they've got
or even Richer. Oh, no, that's bad luck there, South Africa.
Come on, girls. It'd be nice to see one of the teams score. Really want to see a breakthrough.
Excellent defence of South Africa. Work it up. I think this should be it.
Oh,
well done, Colombia. That was
well,
excellent save. That
goosebumps.
was on the fringe of the goal box. Well done, Colombia. Bad luck, South Africa.
Yeah, and look, they had the numbers on the bottom
as well.
This is
Andre again working hard.
And again, both teams will be looking at getting some fresh players in now. Colombia really taking advantage of some subs there, and they're just powering up the wall.
That was very, very close. Well done. Colombia now on the danger zone on South Africa's side. South Africa must regroup very, very quickly, as we've got 1 minute to go, and they don't want to give a goal away after that close call we had there.
No, I think looking at, you know, the 8 teams, it's going to be really hard to pick who's going to be you know, make the finals, because this game here 0-0, and it's just about half time, and I imagine that depth of the competition goes all the way through the 8 teams.
Well done, Moya Moorcraft, the vice captain, playing at the back for South Africa. Excellent save. Moya has been playing for years now, coming from a small little town called Mossel Bay on the South African Garden route. Well done, Moya.
It's a beautiful place too. We drove around, I think, the Garden route, and there's some really lovely. The coastline's fantastic in the south of Africa.
Yeah, it's a beautiful coastline. That's what they call the Garden route.
We managed to get out and dive with the sharks in behind the cage when we were there, which was pretty good, because I think all the money goes for conservation of sharks as well from the tourists.
South Africa is very concerned about their marine reserves. And it's a privilege. You've done something which I haven't done, Natalie.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, it was something I will never forget on the to-do list, and I can tick it off. But I actually wouldn't mind doing it again. It was just great.
Well, on half-time, and one of the Colombian girls were chucked out for a minute just on half-time. So South Africa will have to regroup, as we will be playing against 5 Colombians as the second half will start.
Yeah, that's unfortunate to be thrown out just on half time. She's going to have a sit in the sub bench, the sin bin for all of half time, and then still have to wait another minute. So that's really frustrating. Frustrating for her team as well. So Hein, whereabouts are you staying here in Hobart?
We are fortunate. You know, we got a lovely accommodation in the Mid-City Hotel down on Bathurst Street. So it's a 12-minute walk.
Oh, great.
We know exactly how long it takes.
And you do. You need to know. And pretty chilly on the start. I think 3 degrees.
This morning it was chilly. It's lovely this morning in Bathurst Street. They've got a farm produce garden right in front of the hotel. So lovely people selling all their fresh produce and homemade pies and homemade jams and chutneys. Lovely, fantastic city.
Yeah, I think, and a lot of people are really conscious of food miles, how far food has to travel. And that market is terrific because most food that's there only travels from another suburb away. So, that cutting down those food miles is really important because, we don't want to be eating lemons from the other side of the world when we've got perfectly good produce here. And we're lucky with our temperate climate that we do grow some really beautiful vegetables and fruits.
No, definitely. You can see, at the Hobart Mid-City Hotel, we're being fed very, very well. Now, the chef there, Rod, has gone out of his way to make sure we get fed properly and enough. The boys eat a lot and there's always leftover food.
Isn't that funny? And anyone that's been away in an underwater hockey championships, you're going to different countries, different cultures and obviously different food. And I remember my first Worlds, it was my second Worlds in France. And we were at Rouen. And we sat down to our very first meal, and out came this beautiful plate of grated carrot with a little bit of dressing. And I just remember, especially the boys' faces, their jaws just dropped. But look, you always find, though, you develop this relationship with the chef in any hotel, and they just really want to please you, and they look after the athletes. So luckily we got it all turned round. But the chocolate croissants for breakfast were a little bit, I found that a bit hard to take.
No, because like Rod, he didn't know what to expect. He's never had an underwater hockey team staying in his hotel. And the first morning was just cereals and yogurt. And the guys obviously want eggs because Africans are used to bacon and eggs in the morning. And he said, no problem. You'll what else do we want? And even for dinner at night, it's tasty. It's good food. It's not junk food, not greasy, oily food. Fresh. Like last night we had beans and carrots. All fresh potatoes, good piece of fish. The salmon here is amazing. Yes.
Yeah, it is. But you're very lucky in Africa as well. You've got the food there is just brilliant, beautiful meat.
Yeah. No, we love our food.
All right, so we're into the second half. Did you say that the Colombian that was out was just out for 1 minute, Hein?
Yeah, so there'll be 5 in the water. South Africa against South Africa 6, and South Africa want to make use of this 1 minute that the Colombian's been asked to sit on the bench.
Absolutely, and look at this. That South African girl was tackled and regained possession and kept on swimming, and that's what you want. You want to penetrate straight into Colombian's defence, and however you get it there, you really want to do that because straight away then you're on the front foot. And South Africa doing a terrific job at getting it off the wall.
Oh, these Colombians, their defence is absolutely fantastic. We were hard on attack there. We had 2 South African players behind the puck and 1 Colombian, and she just got the puck away into the corner.
Oh,
come
you
on,
can see
South Africa.
She's trying to get it off the wall to some support. Attacking along the back wall isn't pretty hockey, but if you've got the numbers and you just keep on cycling through, it's a great way to score. Just got to be very careful you're not gloving on that back wall.
Yeah, Nicole Fitzgerald, number 5, working very, very hard there, but as we said, it's like the Colombians, even though they're 5 in the water, they look like they're 8. There's just players at the bottom the whole time. They just don't allow you to get the puck out.
And I think if you asked anyone to describe the Colombians' hockey, that'd be the first thing they say is that you're looking and you're thinking, how is it possible to have all 6 players down in this small space? Because they have tremendous bottom time and they stay really tight.
Yeah, and as you can see, the Colombians, as they allow South Africa a breakaway, they want to bring the puck back to where their sub-box is, because obviously being 5 in the water, they want to sub frequently. And we have got Colombia got a fantastic breakaway there. Moya Moorcraft, number 2, doing an excellent save there for South Africa, as we have an infringement against Colombia gloving.
Okay, this gives the South Africans a second chance. I'd be interested to see if they open it up here, Hein, or whether they take the safe option to the wall.
I think South Africa will be desperately trying to get this game open. We can't beat the Colombians on the wall in this game.
No, that's right. got to use their speed, and that's the Africans are tall. They've got a good reach and good speed. So open water is where they want to be, although this is working for them at the moment.
Yeah, no, they worked it up the wall well there, and Colombia just absorbing it, and then getting the strategy going, and they start swimming back against the African half. As we work the puck down the bottom of the body, let's see if the African can get the puck in the goal this time. Every time the Colombians just stick to the game plan. Looks like an equal puck. This will be interesting, the first equal puck of the game.
Yeah, you're right, it is. There's been a fair bit of gloving, I think, for the fouls, but I wonder what the call was for equal puck. Sometimes it's a bit of a tangle or obstruction, but it looks like the refs are having a timeout. And thanks again for the live chat. We've got some comments coming through. Lots of Vamos, Colombia. Vamos, I like it.
Yeah, we've got a ref timeout. Something must have happened. We must have had two refs not agreeing on a call, and they need to make a decision. As we have, luckily the stopwatch is stopping the game, so it's not like we're wasting any game time. The program has been worked out to such an extent that stoppages like this can be absorbed in the program.
Oh, and next in the court next door, Hein, we've got Australia playing Canada in the under-23 women's, and I'm sure all these girls will want to be knowing what's going on in the court next door. Australia are coming up against Colombia later this afternoon. There's some tough games today for those girls. The score is 5-1 Australia versus Canada, and I think Australia is 5.
It's 5-1.
Yeah.
So Canada actually scored against Australia. That's fantastic,
It
Canada.
is.
Because we knew that Canada is here for experience, not to win the tournament, but scoring against Australia. Well done, Canada.
And I've called quite a few of Canada's games, both in the under-19s and under-23s. And with 8 girls in the water for both of those teams, they're incredibly fit. They take risks, and they really stick to their game plan. And Canada, what a great bunch of girls. Really positive, and they must be incredibly fit with only 8.
Yeah, no. We had it once in 2013 when we went to Eger.
Yes.
Under 23 girls were just 6, They were called the six-pack.
You guys went with just 6?
Yeah, 6 girls, yeah.
Oh, right. I was in Eger. Wasn't that a great place to be?
Eger was great. The girls didn't win one of their matches, but they won the Team Spirit Award.
So the 6-packs, you reckon? That's good. I like that. Would have made a good T-shirt design. Good on them. That's just brilliant. I think you don't want to not take a team if you're down numbers. Take them anyway. And the experience is so invaluable. And for the next tournament, those girls are your core.
Yeah, that's what we've done. South Africa under 23 women are only 10 players. And South Africa under 23 men are only 9 players.
Just had someone Nick Martin, the organiser of the tournament, hand me some information. With the YouTube subscriptions, we've had 1,200 subscribers, which is wonderful to hear that many people are watching at home. And the great thing with YouTube, Hein, is we can be pulling it up any time, downloading at any time. So really good for coaching.
No, what you guys have done here, Natalie, is put underwater hockey on the world arena, sport arena. Absolutely fantastic call that you guys done. It was a brave call to do it, something new, and doing it, trialing it on a world arena platform. Very brave and a good call. Everybody's just got compliments for what you guys have put together here.
Oh, Hein, that's really nice of you to say that. And how do you find the when we have the Spanish commentary going on as well? I think that's wonderful, and you've got someone sitting in tandem with someone that's calling in Spanish, someone that's calling in English. I don't know what's actually been said by my colleagues sometimes, but wow, that's great for the fans, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is now open barriers, and it's now multinational, multi-international sport. Another Colombian being sent out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the frustrations, I imagine. 0-0 still. I mean, what a terrific game. They'll be definitely going home and watching this game and seeing what they can do with their own game plan to actually penetrate and score.
Well, we've had 50 minutes of the first half gone, 4 minutes of the second half, and it's no score. So the guys are really trying hard to score. And you can see the game is flowing. It's moving left, right. But as we have Colombia coming down hard on South Africa in the middle of the court, Moya Moorcroft, our number 6, excellent save there by Moya.
Yeah, I think the next break in play, it'd be really important for one of the captains, the coaches, to be calling a timeout, because they really do need to regroup and score. We've got to get a score on the board. And I think the team that does score, they can go away then and they know what they have to do. And they also then have worked through their game plan and things that will be working for them.
You can see with Colombia only having 5 players in the water. And they, sometimes with 5, even sometimes 4 players in the water against 6. The players in the water just up their commitment, and they just play harder. Look at this, 5 players, and looks like they're going to score against South Africa.
Oh, so a call against Africa here. So Colombia have done a great job to get it up there with 5, and like you said, being a player down, you really do lift. And we've seen teams with 4 against 6 still score.
Yeah, we've got the coach of South Africa, Brent Borstlap, calling team timeout. So it's a 1-minute break for South Africa. He'll have to talk hard with his team.
So a good time for us to plug our sponsors, Hein. Thanks so much to the Tasmanian State Government and Tourism Tasmania. There's so much going on in Hobart at the moment, and they've promoted this competition, which is terrific for us. City of Hobart, the Aquatic Centre have gone out of their way to make sure we've got everything we need.
4 or 5 on the bottom.
Yeah.
To the tournament, make sure
And that
all went smoothly, because you know what it's like.
That is time.
It's fine. We need to be in
Full
days
time.
before getting all the infrastructure set up.
Yeah, no, even with the opening ceremony as well, the mayor let us feel so at home, and the speech he made was very, very good. And from the fact that the city is so clean, and for us to walk around in the evenings, and the children can go out and enjoy the beautiful scenery in Hobart. If you ever come in this area, don't miss out to come and visit the wonderful island of Tasmania.
And Hein, I'll have to say, we're not paying you to say this. You're going to be a really good ambassador for Tasmania. It's excellent. Now it looks like we just had a break, so the puck will be reset. And
South Africa's got to be careful. Yeah, now.
Colombia
Colombians are hard on the attack, putting a lot of pressure on South Africa.
Oh, right in front of the goal tray. So they've got one girl setting up in front, and then the rest are swimming onto the puck. Oh, look at that pressure, flat on the bottom. Wow.
Well done, South Africa. Excellent save. Bad luck for Colombia. They really, really tried hard there. Number 9, Francisca, one of our top South African swimmers. First time that she's in an international tournament. Shows you if you can swim, underwater hockey is your sport.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I think another player out from Colombia, and it looked like a 2-minute. So the Colombians are getting frustrated as South Africa absorbed the pressure. It was a lot of pressure on South Africa. The puck being placed in the middle on the goal box. So well done, South Africa.
And if you're really enjoying the streaming and all the camera work, if you want to go on gofundme.com/Hobart 2017, we've had 27 people donated $2,000. This is money that goes towards all these screens and monitors that we've got here, Hein, and the big screens out on the stands, and also the setup of the cameras.
27 people donating $2,000. Wonderful. Thank you to all those generous sponsors that we have. We haven't got the names here, but we obviously are grateful. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Now, I see a lot of these players are now playing with these new Nyada fins as well.
Yeah, they are. I haven't. Hein, I stick with my Matmaz, but the NJ fins, people, they say that their legs stay stronger for longer. You don't get that kind of the fatigue, and they seem to be really quick on the initial uptake. They
are,
yeah.
and they're very strong fins. These fins are these brayers and leaders are inclined to make you faster, but they're inclined to break as well.
Oh, I know.
We've had one of
expensive.
our top swimmers breaking her fins last night.
Oh, really?
So it's a pity, but the Nyada fins never break.
No, they're built to last, and
So
they're all
it's
in
the
the
first
one
African
mould.
player being chucked out here. That's putting hard pressure. Let's see who this is. If it's number 12, we've got a slight problem. What number is that? Can we see the number? Number 12.
Yes,
That's our
number
captain,
12.
Eleanor de Kock.
Oh.
So that'll put a lot of pressure on the rest of the team, as Eleanor is one of our key players. South Africa got to keep their composure, just slow the game down.
Yeah. Was that 1 minute or two, Hein?
It looked like a 1 minute.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, look, let's hope the Africans then lift. They have to pull together, and it does make you lift when you get one of your key players out.
Eleanor is basically, if Eleanor goes out, it's 2 players out.
I would imagine that she'd stay in for most of the game too. She wouldn't be
she's
very often.
she's our pivot.
But if 1 minute, she'll have a chance to really suck it in, and when she gets in, I would expect her to grab that puck and just fly.
Excellent, South Africa. Excellent. Fast swimmers. If we can open it up, Natalie, they won't stop us, because we've really got some fast, not really skilled fast swimmers as they knew, but they're fast.
Yeah, and look at this. Great possession. This is just really simple,
excellent
hockey. And there's nothing wrong with curls. I tell you, if you need to curl and pass it off to one of your backs.
Amazing what we said just now. 5 players in the water and South Africa's on the attack.
Yeah. Wow. And
look at that. 3-4 Colombians
and
defending.
Eleanor should be back in the water by now, so she'll power through. And Colombia have got possession. And look, lovely to see that Colombian there swimming it back around the back line to keep possession.
Excellent. Very, very brave. The skill just showed there as she went right past the African player just by skill. South Africa in the middle of the pool, hard on the attack. As Natalie said, Eleanor should be back in the water. And with Eleanor back, we will definitely have the advantage as the puck goes against Colombia in their danger zone.
I really hope we see something special here, Hein. I'd love to see the Africans score. Because then, look, still, it's anybody's game, my goodness. 0-0.
Yeah, there we got the timeout. So the Colombian making use of their timeout in the second half. And after this, we won't have any more timeouts. So it'll just be over to the players to do what the coaches say to them now.
Yeah, I think that's really wise for them to call that timeout there, because South Africa had some momentum, they were building. And this will just stop that a little. It gives the Colombians time to regroup, but it just stops that flow from the Africans. It kind of slows that down, because they really were gathering momentum.
With 4 or 5 on the ball.
Yeah.
And that's why the timeouts are there. You
that is time.
A good
full time.
Good, coach uses it as a trump card.
That's exactly right. And it makes such a difference to the game. In all the games that I've called, except for just the first half here, when the timeout's been called, someone has scored straight after. And like you said, it's that trump card. You've just got to be really careful when you play it.
Yeah, no. So it's Africa on the attack with 2.5 minutes to go. South Africa scores now. That'll be very, very good for the team and good for South Africa overall. As they come down the side, that must be. Oh wow! How is it possible?
That had a sniff of the tray there. That was just a whisker in it. But another infringement's been called.
I can't believe that. An infringement, is that against South Africa? Must have been overexcitement. The goal box was open. I saw that was goal on. Yeah, the call is against South Africa. That's very unfortunate for them.
It is.
As you could see on your screen at home, that was very, very close. Well done to Colombia.
Yeah, and it was a good timeout for Colombia. It really paid off for them. Look at this pressure. You can see that the flood of red.
Well done, South Africa working up on the side. Swimming very, very hard, yeah. Is it number 8? No, we haven't got. So it must be number 9 then. Francisca again, yeah, number 9 with the number 9 on her fins.
Now, as soon as she dropped her shoulder on the wall there, she's just got to be careful not to obstruct play.
Yeah, so I think I think the ref didn't see that. You're 100% right.
She stopped kicking though and looked to pass it backwards, which was clever.
We have infringement, and hopefully it's against Colombia for South Africa's side. Yeah, Colombian. Yeah, Colombian player out. I think that's the 3rd or the 4th player from Colombia sitting on the side. The coach will definitely talk hard to this team after this game.
Hasn't the game changed from the first half to the second half? They're really feeling the pressure, these girls. And you can see things start to fall apart a little bit. And Colombians need to think about that because, 5 against 6, you want 6 in the water.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure about the other games, but if we've got 50 seconds to go, and this will probably be if it's a draw, the first draw in the tournament.
I think you're right. Yeah. But they'll be firing this
Let's
afternoon.
hope South Africa gets a goal here with 40 seconds to go. You've got to score when you're in this position. Lots of pressure on the Colombian teams, and I think it looks like it's in the tin. Is that a goal? It is. South Africa 1-0, 30 seconds to go. Well done, girls.
Look, this next 30 or 20 seconds of play, Colombia are going to come out super hard. Look, they still can score. It just depends
we've
how
seen that
quickly.
15 seconds and the guys still score.
Yeah.
South Africa will be swimming back very, very slowly.
But the refs, it's up to them to start the game as soon as the teams are set. Though we're counting down now, getting close to 10 seconds. I'm not. Oh, the refs are ready. It's not possible now. That's
yeah,
they
haven't put the score on the scoreboard, but South Africa obviously won, Colombia 0 with it. That's the game.
What a terrific game, Hein. I feel really
Wonderful.
privileged to have called that one. And the South Africans play Canada this afternoon at 4.
Yeah, South Africa were desperate to win this game. This was their game to win today. As Canada, as we know, they're here for experience, so they'll go with confidence into that game and probably open it up and try getting the game plan going.
Yeah, terrific. And Colombia, like I said, playing against Australia. So looking forward to those games for the under-23 girls. They'll be, especially after just watching how these two played off against each other.
This is a big tournament for preparation for Worlds next year. So that's why it's a very important tournament this for Worlds in will be Quebec next year. The elite tournament, Quebec, Canada.
Yes, it will.
Yeah,
and
4 or 5 other
the championships will be in Sheffield
and
in England.
That's right, Sheffield in 2019.
That is time.
Yeah, Hein, look, it's been
Full time.
absolute pleasure.
Thank you,
with
Natalie. Look forward to sharing commentating with you again.
Love the way you build up Tassie.
Thank you.
Okay, and I might try and grab one of the players on the pool deck now. So keep on watching the stream, and in about 1 minute I'll be able to interview a couple of those players. Thanks very much. Hi there, Nat Wickham back again for Court 2. And I've got Mariana here from Colombia, who Colombians have 12 players. So Mariana was out of the water today. But from the sideline, Mariana, how was it?
It was so excited because it was
0-0 all the time, and in the last minute they scored like a point.
Yeah, it was actually less than a minute, Mariana. It was 0-0 for such a long time, and then just at that last, the last 30 seconds, they managed to score. Quite a few chuck-outs in the second half. There were a lot of players out on the sin bin. I suppose it must have been just so frustrating for players.
No, we were so concentrated, but I don't know what happened. It just was like a fault in the line, too close to the score, so it doesn't matter. It's the first round, so.
With 4 or 5 on the
yeah.
board.
Oh, round, and what a terrific game.
And that
you come up against Australia this afternoon.
that is time.
Are you in the water, Mariana?
Yeah,
Full
I will be in
time.
the water.
Great. Look, all the best against the Aussies. They just beat Canada 5-6-1, I think it was. But look, I think it's going to be another tough game. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another 0-0 score.
We are expecting the best for the next game against Australia, and we will see.
Yeah, okay. Look, lovely to talk to you. Thanks very much for coming up to the mic. See you later. Hi, Jordan from South Africa. You're here speaking with Nat Wickham. What a fantastic game. How are you feeling after that one?
Exhausted. They gave us such a great game. We enjoyed it so much, but I'm still trying to catch my breath. It was really hard work.
It was really hard work, and 0-0 up until the last 30, 40 seconds. But you girls broke through. But you seem to have a very similar style of play.
We both seemed to like the wall, although Colombia did challenge us in the middle. They kept pulling us in, which did force us to work back to the wall quite hard. But eventually there we got that. We pulled together and we drove right through them right there in the last 40 seconds finally.
That's fantastic. And you've got Canada this afternoon, I think, the Canadian girls.
We're very nervous, excited for that one. We're expecting a similar kind of level of game as the Colombians, but we'll see how it goes. We're just going to go in there with a fresh attitude and hopefully fresh legs too.
Yeah, look, you looked really strong. You looked really fast. It was fantastic hockey to watch. And there were some people back in South Africa watching on the live stream and chatting. Was there anyone you'd like to say good day to?
Well, every single time we come for one of these interviews, the whole team says, don't forget to shout out to my boyfriend. So everyone who has a girlfriend in the SA to under 23 team, here's a shout out to you, and thank you to everyone who woke up at a crazy hour to watch us, and our parents and our sponsors and everyone who loves us and who's watching us.
Fantastic, and really well spoken. Well done. You should be doing this job. Okay, good luck for this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.